Hey now, what's up everyone? Checking this video out. Justin here. Gonna do a show about video games. A lot of the games I've played in my life. First, video games I've gotten and own. And I'm gonna show you my video game collection. At one time it was very large, and I had about well over 50 games between Sega Genesis, old Nintendo games, Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, PS3, PS4, what else? Nintendo GameCube I used to have, N64 I used to have a ton of games for N64. Old Nintendo used to have a ton of games. Sega used to have a ton of games, Sega Genesis. My brother, he had Sega Saturn, very old system. Played a lot of games for Sega Saturn. PlayStation 1, every system I've played that they have came out with, I've played every system but the Nintendo Wii. I've not played Nintendo Wii. Anyways, here's my video game collection. Very, very old school game. Atari. The first ever football video game for Atari. This is before Madden, before Joe Montana football, before Madden football, before Tecmo Bowl that was on the first Nintendo. Very old game. 1978 this came out, and it was for the Atari, and that's the title. That's all it says. Football. That's all this game is. It's called football. It's a football game. I don't remember what it's like playing it because I don't have an Atari anymore, and I don't know why I still have this game with no Atari. I just found it about a year ago sitting in my room. This Atari game I found. Used to have it. I'm sure the graphics are crap, and they're probably little stick men playing football, but probably one of the first football video games when it came out for the Atari. Cartridge style. Next games are for the Nintendo NES. The Nintendo NES, which I got in 1985, or I don't remember, probably 1989. I was given a Nintendo by my grandma as a Christmas present, and I was 5 years old when I first got the Nintendo. First got Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers came with the Nintendo, and it also came with this old school Nintendo gun. This gun was for the game Duck Hunt that was with Super Mario Brothers. This gun was for Duck Hunt. You shoot at the screen, shoot the ducks down, like hunting style. Very fun game. Duck Hunt was. Pretty damn cool gun. Still have the gun. for Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers. One of the first Nintendo games they came out with. It was awesome. And Super Mario Brothers 1 and 2 was also damn good. One of my favorite games still to this day. It's fun as hell. It's a great game. Entertaining as hell. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for Nintendo NES system. Awesome game. You play as the boxer Little Mac against all these made up boxers. Got guys in there that look like just crazy characters that you box against, and trying to beat Mike Tyson is almost impossible. It's very difficult to try to beat Mike Tyson at the end of the game. To beat the game, it's almost impossible. I believe this game came out in 1990 maybe. A picture of Tyson on it. Says he was world champ. So probably came out in 89 or 90. Mike Tyson Punch-Out, awesome game. Love it. Great old school game for Nintendo. Another Nintendo game, one of my all-time favorites. It's a great one. Bases Loaded 2. Bases Loaded 2. Part 1 is the play in part 1 is not good, but the play in this game, Bases Loaded 2, the play is awesome, and it's fun as hell to play still to this day. Still in 2015, Bases Loaded 2 is a great game. Love playing it. It's an awesome game. It came out with a Bases Loaded 3, and that was okay too. But Bases Loaded 2 is one of my favorite sports games, along with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Bases Loaded 2, one of my favorite games for the old Nintendo. Up next, some Sega Genesis games. Right here is Deion Sanders, Primetime Football. Sega Sports, I believe, made this game. Or someone else, I don't know. Deion Sanders Primetime Football, very fun game, very cool game to play, and I like it. Another sports game, NHL 1995 for Sega Genesis. Right there it says Sega. EA Sports made this game. Came out in 95. There it is. Cartridge style game. NHL 95. Very cool game. Can play a season in here. Over 80 games. 82 game season. Got a lot of good gameplay for a hockey game. NHL 95 is awesome. NHL 96 is even better. And NHL 94 is a great game also. I used to have those, but I sold them years ago. Old school baseball game for the Sega Genesis. Sports Talk Baseball for the Sega Genesis. Came out in 91. It's a decent game. I don't really remember the gameplay, how good it is, but it's a cool game. There's a cartridge. Graphics are 1991 graphics. They're not very good, but Sports Talk Baseball, over 500 pro players. It's a good game. And I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm gonna go get something to show you. Right here I wanted to show you, forgot to have it by me, the old school Sega Genesis system, console, whatever you want to call it. 16 bits was the graphics. Old school Sega Genesis right here. Sega Genesis, I thought, was always great. They had a lot of entertaining games, a lot of badass, kick-ass, fun games. Sega Genesis came out with a lot of great games. Up next, go into N64 games. For N64, I had a lot more N64 games, but I don't have them anymore to show you because I sold them all. Here's one in a few. WCW Nitro for N64 cartridge, as everybody that played N64 knows. Cartridge, just like this. As for a wrestling game, it wasn't very good at all. I thought it sucked really bad. The graphics were god awful. One of the first WWF games that came out for the N64, WWF Warzone. When this was released, I was very excited. I had it pre-ordered. I picked it up. One of the first games based on the Attitude Era. Believe it came out in 99, I think, maybe late 98 or 2000, I don't remember. Warzone for N64, fun game, much better gameplay than WCW Nitro. That Nitro game sucked. Graphics are good. It was a good game. Warzone. Stone Cold on the cover. Great game. Next, I don't have the game anymore, but I used to. It's a booklet. NFL Blitz. Very fun game. Out of control game. It's like the NBA Jam, but it's a football game. Every team is in here. NFL Blitz. Fun, cool game to play. All-Star Baseball 99 I used to have. Wasn't very good. It was okay, but not a very good baseball game. I did not enjoy the gameplay or the graphics. NHL Breakaway 98 was okay. Graphics weren't great, but it was okay to play. Give me a second. One of my favorite baseball games for N64, Major League Baseball, featuring Ken Griffey Jr. This game is fun as hell. I remember when I was 15, 16, I played this game non-stop throughout the summer of 99 and 2000. I played this game non-stop just about every day. Graphics are pretty good for the time. The gameplay is awesome. It's fun as hell. It's an awesome baseball game. Ken Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball for N64. Really good, very well made WWF game for N64. Here's the booklet. WrestleMania 2000. Here's the booklet. Here's the box. This game, I got it probably the first day it came out. In the year 2000, I believe it came out. And this game is fun as hell. The graphics are awesome. The gameplay is awesome. It's one of the greatest wrestling games ever made. It's WrestleMania 2000. There's a Road to WrestleMania story in here to play. Got all the top talent, all the top stars of the Attitude Era: Stone Cold, Triple H, The Rock, Big Show, Undertaker, New Age Outlaws, X-Pac. Everybody's in this game. Kane, Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack. Who else? And there's double team moves. And for the time, in the year 2000, to do double team moves was rare. This was probably one of the first games where you could do double team moves in a tag team match, and it was an awesome game. WrestleMania 2000. If anybody out there has an N64 still, you should pick this game up and find it online. It's fun as hell to play. Up next, another awesome WWF game made for N64. WWF No Mercy. No Mercy, believe it came out in 2000. Maybe the end of 2000 it came out. I don't remember. Could have came out in 2001, but I don't think it did. Probably came out in 2000. And this game even had better, same type of graphics as WrestleMania 2000, but the gameplay was better. There were newer stars in it, different story mode, great gameplay, entertaining and fun as hell to play still to this day. It's a great game and it's fun as hell. I also used to have WCW NWO World Tour game. I believe it came out in 98. I also used to have WCW, NWO. What game is that? The hell? Revenge. WCW, NWO Revenge was the game. I had that also. That game was awesome. Had the same type of graphics as WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy. WCW came out with some two great games for the N64 in the late 90s. World Tour, not No Mercy. World Tour and WCW NWO Revenge also came out. Those were awesome games. I used to have them. Another awesome game I used to have was 007 GoldenEye for the N64. That game was great. It was fun as hell to play. I played it non-stop when I was a teenager. It was awesome. Up next, one GameCube game I've left. Tried to sell it. No stores will buy it because I guess they don't want it. It's too old. Nobody will buy it. When I tried to sell it in game stores, they won't buy it. NHL Hitz 2003. Awesome hockey game. It's like NFL Blitz. It's like NBA Jam, but it's hockey. NHL Hitz 2003 for Nintendo GameCube. I used to have a ton of GameCube games. I had one of the first Call of Duty games for Nintendo GameCube. Had a WrestleMania 19 game for GameCube. I had baseball games. I believe I had a Madden for GameCube. I can't even remember. But I had WrestleMania 19. I had a Hot Wheels game. I had 007 James Bond games for GameCube that were new and came out just for GameCube. GameCube was a great system. They had awesome graphics, better than N64. And I kind of miss GameCube. But I sold my GameCube and my N64 long time ago, about 9 years ago. I sold it and I got about $350 for selling all my GameCube games and my GameCube, and for selling my N64 and a couple games, and the memory cards and the controllers. I got $350 back then, and I just spent it on a PS2, or I don't think PS3 was out yet, but I did get a PS2 with that money. And then I bought a Raw vs. SmackDown game and some NFL Street was the name of the game, NFL Street game, and I think NBA Ballers game. I think it's called Ballers. I don't remember. I've played so many goddamn video games that I don't even remember the name of most of them. I don't remember the names because I've played well over 400 video games in my life. Anyways, I got some PlayStation 2 games to show you that I still have. Yes, I do still have a PlayStation 2, and I do play it just for a baseball game I have that I will show you. AC/DC Rock Band game, AC/DC Live game for PS2. I have the Rock Band guitar upstairs, but anyways, this is a great game. All the songs on it I love. I'm a big AC/DC fan. They're one of my favorite bands of all time, along with Metallica. Love their music. and this is a very fun game to play. Next, MLB The Show 09 for PS2. MLB The Show 09, Dustin Pedroia of the Red Sox is on it. Gameplay's awesome. Love the gameplay in this. And MLB 11 The Show, awesome game. I love the gameplay, and I still play it. At least I've been playing it because baseball season has started, so I've been playing it. I try to play it once a day, one game a day, at least one game a day. I try to play one baseball game a day. It's fun as hell. I don't care if it's old. It's from 2011, and it's just a very entertaining game that I still enjoy playing to this day. Okay, here some PS3. Also, just want to talk about some of the games I used to have for PS2. I had a ton of them, but I sold a lot of them. Had Ghostbusters. That was a great, awesome game. Loved it. But once I beat a game, I get bored of it easy, and I usually sell it when I beat it. I just get bored of it and sell it. Anyways, I had Ghostbusters. I had a game called Manhunt. I believe it's called Manhunt. That game was insane. It's like you were like a killer in it. Wrap plastic, run up behind people, run up behind bad guys or fucking psychos. You wrap plastic bags around their head so they couldn't breathe, and you would murder them that way. Very insane game called Manhunt. I used to have that game. I used to have Madden games, Madden 09, not 09, Madden 04. I think Michael Vick was on the cover. One of those Maddens. Used to have Madden for PS2. Used to have Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, and some other Grand Theft Auto game. I can't remember. What else? I can't remember. I used to have a lot of PS2 games. A lot of Dreamcast, a lot of Sega Genesis, a lot of Nintendo GameCube games I had. At one time, when I had the most, probably had 45 GameCube games at one time. For Nintendo GameCube, N64, used to have a ton of games for that. Anyways, I'm dragging on and going on too long about useless bullshit about all the games I used to have. Anyways, you don't care, and I don't care to talk about it anymore. I'm sure you don't care to hear it anymore. PS3, Madden 25. I have Madden 15, but I don't have it with me. I have my cousin actually borrowed it, and it's at his house. Anyways, Madden 25 I have here. Awesome game, great gameplay, great graphics. Love the hell out of it. Love the Madden games. Love the Call of Duty games, but I don't play them that much anymore. Even the new ones. I don't even bother going out and buying, hardly spending my money on new video games anymore. I just don't. I don't know why. I don't have a lot of time to be playing new Call of Duty games for hours and hours, all day long and all night. I do have Call of Duty, what the hell's the name of it? Something, I don't remember the name. I think it's Modern Warfare 2. Anyways, I play that. I have that, and I play that Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty games are fun as hell, but I just don't have time to play the new ones. You know, I'm not gonna spend any $60 on freaking new games because I don't have time to play new games. WWE 2K14, fun as hell. 30 years of WrestleMania. Story is in here to play. It's entertaining. It's a great WWE wrestling game. I don't know if it's as fun as N64 wrestling games because those were the fucking shit. Those were awesome. And I don't know if any system, any new wrestling game can beat a WCW NWO game or a WWF game that was on N64. Anyways, PS3, WWE 2K14. I have 15, but again, I don't have it with me. It's at my cousin's house. It's WWE 2K15. This is 14. It's fun. It's entertaining. Awesome graphics. But I don't think it's as good as N64 wrestling games. Anyways, I've shown you Atari game, an Atari football game. Okay, Atari football game. 2 Nintendo games, the Duck Hunt gun. Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Bases Loaded 2. Sega Genesis. Deion Sanders game. NHL game. Sports Talk Baseball. PS2 games. N64 games. One Nintendo GameCube game. I had Sega Dreamcast at one time. Sold it years ago. I've played every system there is to play. I played Sega, even Sega Saturn, even Sega CD. I played, and I'm a big gamer, but not very much anymore. I still love playing sports games like Madden. I still play the new Madden games. I still play the new wrestling games that come out. And I still love to play MLB The Show and the new MLB The Show games. Those are great. So Madden, WWE games, Mortal Kombat games, also Mortal Kombat, WWE, Madden, and MLB The Show games are fucking great. And those are the only games I play nowadays. And I also play Call of Duty once in a while. Not very often, but I also enjoy Call of Duty games. So those 4 games are the only games I still play. Baseball, Madden, wrestling, and Call of Duty are the games I basically stick with and play. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the show. Peace out, everyone.